Hey, Team Happy and Fit. I'm so excited to get started for Vision Tuesday. I'm excited because envisioning and dreaming big sets the foundation for exactly how your year is going to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Am I recording? Does it have the little record button? Yeah, I am. Okay, just making sure. So Vision Tuesday. Achievements. I want to hear this, so unmute yourself and then mute yourself after you're done talking. And don't be shy. This is a time to be proud of. You have to find the wins in your year. Some of you might be thinking, Julianne, this was the worst year I've ever had in my entire life. Like, okay, to each his own, but there has to be some kind of blessing in your year. So what are you specifically proud of from 2016? And you can unmute yourself and share. It could be something little. I'm proud that Eric and I moved across the country. We just decided to randomly do that, and we went for it. It was scary. I experienced a month of struggle after moving here, but we have embraced it and we love it here, and I'm just thankful. So I'm really proud that we did that. Anyone else want to share? What are you proud of? I can't see you because of my screen, but you can unmute yourself and share.
Am I unmuted? Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is Jayla. I'm proud that I even started this journey. So just becoming a Beachbody coach this year is it's a proud moment.
I'm so proud of her. So here's the thing, you guys. She was a part of another company, felt stuck. She didn't feel right about it, but she felt right about helping people. And she saw this team and she saw me and she's like, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And the fact that she felt convicted, which I think conviction takes you to so many awesome places, that conviction will get you through many obstacles, but your passion, your desire to help other people inspires me. I'm so thankful you're a part of this team, Jayla. Thank you for sharing. Jellymar, did you want to go?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I tried to go, but I hadn't unmuted myself. Yeah, but I agree with Jayla. So starting my journey has definitely been one of my biggest accomplishments, and actually committing to becoming a coach, and I think I'm doing pretty well so far. So
you are.
That is my achievement.
And does everyone just love her voice? Like, it is just so strong. I love it. Anyone else want to share? Thanks, ladies, for being so brave.
Oh, I don't know if anybody else is. So a few things. So I've been on my fitness journey for like kind of a long time now, but I started to really share it a lot more this year, and then obviously jumped on board with coaching, which I was debating for probably like 6 months before I finally was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. So I'm really proud of just taking the leap of faith and going for it. I also did really well in grad school, which is hard. So I'm really proud that I was able to balance everything and do well with my grades. And then I also ran my first half marathon, and I was the most unathletic person in like the entire world until recently. So that was a pretty big accomplishment for me.
Girlfriend, I'm so proud of you. And if you guys are not following Kayla on social media, you need to. Her posts are so good. Yay. Anyone else? Thanks for sharing.
I'll go.
Woo!
But I'm proud. First of all, I got a job after graduate school, so I'm proud of that. And then as far as the business goes, I'm proud of being consistent in my running my challenge groups.
Jordan, yes. Okay, first of all, you became a lawyer. That's kind of a big deal. And just living out your life. I'm proud that you came to Summit because of your schedule. I'm so thankful you're on this team, my friend. Anyone else? Take me.
I will go.
Yay!
Back in June, I took a huge leap. I was at a job I hated. It was so negative. So I up and quit and took a huge pay cut. There was a lot of tears shed, a lot of nervousness, but I actually moved to a local hardware store where I work with my fiance, and we both love it there, and it's amazing, and I love my job. I work probably 60, 70 hours a week between all three of my jobs, but I love it.
Okay. First of all, if you guys are not following Bethany on Snapchat, you should. Bethany, you should write your Snap name in the comments. And secondly, I wish you guys could have seen our first one-on-one into now. It is so different. Bethany, do you remember you wouldn't even say a word? Surprising, I would talk the whole time, right? But legitimately, I would like talk the entire time. And then now it's so different. You've grown so much and it's been so fun. For those of you who haven't shared what you're proud of, please share it in the comments because I want everybody else to lift you up. Here's the deal. We cannot regret what has happened in our past. We only have to use that as motivation, right? If this year didn't pan out the way you wanted it to, you have to find the blessings in this last year and then growth moments and opportunities. I'm telling you, you have to live in the state of gratitude, all right? So 3 beliefs before that I am hammering out what we should be doing before we set a vision board. Does that make sense? I hope you're seeing that there's more science to this than actually just writing it out. I love the comments are going, keep it up. So 3 beliefs. Do you have, and rate this 1 to 10, 10 being the best. What belief do you have in yourself? What belief do you have in yourself? And write that in the comments. I'm going to tell you what my belief in myself is, and just in general with confidence and just who I am. I rated myself as a 10. I feel completely convicted. My self-care has been top notch. My workouts, my tracker hours, just listening to Tony Robbins and WF Motivation. I still struggle. So when you see that 10, and I'm not a life of 10s, like I think that there's always room for growth. So it's interesting that I even gave myself a 10. Actually, these 3, I gave myself a 10. And normally I don't try to do that, but I think when I'm struggling, and I'll share with you guys what I've done in my struggles, is I'm able to conquer my thoughts. So the other day I was really grumpy on the plane, like legit, you could see it in my face, like my attitude, all this stuff. And I was like, who are you when no one else is watching? So I was able to turn myself around, and I used to not be able to do that. So what about this company, Beachbody? What's your belief in Beachbody? These workouts, Shakeology, the tracker app, like specifically Beachbody itself. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It freaking changed my life. Like I love Beachbody. We get paid for helping people. If you get a $4.99 check, you should live in gratitude for that. Most people have to pay money for school, right? All of you in grad school who finished that, you're paying money to learn. But in Beachbody, you're getting paid to learn. And I don't care if you have a $4.99 check or a $1,000 check. That's amazing. And then what about this team? Team Happy and Fit. What are you rating it? I'm not going to look at the comments. I'm just playing. Think about it. Like, do you see yourself as a leader? Are you showing up? When people get introduced to the team, are you welcoming them? Do you really believe that our team is going to be the solution for people? Yes, you have the tools of Beachbody, and yes, you've worked on your self-care, but do you think Team Happy and Fit is going to help someone? There are some people who live in a dream world, and there are some people, hold on one second. If you're not muted, can you mute yourself? Thanks. Are some people who face reality. And then there are those who turn one into another. So turning your dream into reality. I want you to answer these questions. And this is before a vision board. We have to dig deep in order to create a life by design. So do you see yourself as a CEO? And this is the self part. We're going to talk about 3 things: self, company, team, right? Do you see yourself as a CEO? You might be like, well, Jillian, my paycheck isn't reflecting what a CEO would. You want to know something? A CEO, it's not about the paycheck, it's how you show up. CEOs show up on the weekends. Are you showing up on the weekend? Do you still see yourself as an inspiring leader? And it's okay if you can't answer yes to all of these, but then now can you see where you're going to start dreaming and how you're going to start goal setting? Do you believe in your abilities and unique talents to offer other people? Are you your biggest cheerleader? And then next, do you have personal success with Beachbody nutrition, fitness, and peer support? So this is the company aspect. Do you plug into the national wake-up calls? I love the podcast, so I can zip through the announcements and the rank recognition. I think that's a waste of time and creates comparison. So if you're finding yourself struggling through that, go to the podcast app and fast forward it. That's what I do. My two biggest struggles in this entire business was comparison and not being where I wanted to be. Put on your blinders. Do you have faith in Beachbody leadership direction? Not just with Team Happy and Fit, but overall Beachbody when they're starting to go more towards on-demand. Have you noticed that? They, just different things that they're incorporating. Are you actively a product of the product? My first year as a coach, I wasn't. I drank my Shakeology every day, but I worked out maybe 3 times a week. I hated it. And this is the first year I started and completed a program. It was Core to Force. No, not Core to Force. I always say that. 22-minute hardcore in the beginning of the year. And now I've completed 5 fully. There's always room for growth. Do you find value in live events? How many of you are going to make it to Summit? Maybe you put that on your dream board. How many of you are going to go to Super Saturday? I know you can't make everything, and that's fine, but I thrive. I love that you guys are blowing up the message thread. I love that. Answer these questions on the message thread. Whatever helps you think it out. If you're writing it out, awesome. Now, this is for the team. Do you participate in or promote our sneak peeks? Do you participate in and promote your peeps and for Rock the Basics? For example, going an extra inch is following your people in Rock the Basics and commenting below on their comments. Do you participate in Team Happy and Fit? When was the last time you posted something inspirational in there? Have you commented on welcoming a new coach? And again, do you welcome new coaches to our team page? Sometimes I notice it's blown up with 50 comments, and then I notice it has 2. It's crazy how much you can make an impact with simply just welcoming someone in detail with the team or giving someone a shout out specifically with details. Do you contribute to calls, posts, etc.? Do you foster a positive culture in Team Happy and Fit? Are you going in there and complaining? I don't see that ever. But like really think about it. Like, are you providing solutions to your frustrations and problems? I try to always share with you guys things I'm struggling with. But if you've noticed, I always provide solutions or a growth moment or an opportunity. I shared with a really tough moment last week that scared me. Like I legitimately was sad, but I like told you exactly what I did to work through it and it all worked out. Do you connect with your team in a meaningful way? I did not have a sponsor. I didn't have the one-on-ones. I didn't have a supportive direct upline. So I connected with Sarah Morrison. I connected with Team Fit and Free and showed up every day. I posted in there and I added value because I wanted to make connections. Do you create opportunities for giving back and leading? I'm telling you this, you don't have to be a certain rank. You don't have to have a certain dollar amount to be leading in our team. And I'm so serious, and I'm only saying that because that's what I did. I just stepped up. How can I help? What can I do? I have this idea. I'm going to do this. Do you run challenge groups or get in the coaches' challenges? You should be a part of that. Is that good reflection or what? Being like, okay, I have some things to work on, some tangible things to work on. This is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about why vision boards. We're going to talk about potential obstacles. We're going to talk about I am power statements, and then we're going to get started. Dear 2017, as I look back on my year, I am most proud of what? Be an original thought leader. Write this down. Be an original thought leader, meaning no more copy and pasting, no more half committing to your posts where you're like, oh, I have to post today. Shoot, I need to make sure that I like put in a post. What can you do that shares your story in a genuine, vulnerable way that can make a connection with someone? Be an original thought leader. Own your story, not someone else's. You guys like that? I hope so. Okay, I'm a little frozen right here. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Why vision boards? So I like this quote. Keep your dreams alive. Understand to achieve anything requires faith and belief in yourself, vision, hard work, determination, and dedication. Remember, all things are possible for those who believe. This powerful tool as the dream board serves as your image of the future, a tangible representation of where you are going. It represents your dreams, your goals, and your ideal life. Think about this. Where were you? Where are you now? And where are you going? That's what I think about when I paint a vision for myself. Who was I? How far have I come? Remember, we celebrated what was something that we're most proud of in 2016? You have to have been somewhere to know where you're going, right? You have to know what you don't want, and you have to know what you want. And where are you now? You have to be continually in this growth mindset. And then where do you want to go? What do you want to put on your dream board? What's the elephant that sits on your chest at night? Typically, it has to do with finances for most people, what I found. Even if they're not in debt, maybe it's something along the lines of maybe their family is in debt, or maybe they want to travel, or whatever it is, that if there's an emergency, they want to make sure they have a plan B. Paint a vision with each role in your life. I'll explain what that means. This is not just a vision for Beachbody. This is a vision for you in your life. Make it 5 feet from your reach. And I'll teach you that. You guys can screenshot it too if you are having a hard time writing it down. I'm so proud of you all for being on. So here's an example. When I set my vision board, I put 5-star elite. You guys, I didn't know what the heck that meant. Last year I was a diamond coach, newly diamond coach, and I saw Sarah Morrison hit 5-star elite, and I said, if she can do it, I can do it. So guess what I'm telling you? If I can do it, you can do it. Set a tangible goal. Maybe you're emerald, and maybe you're like, you know what? I really want to hit 2-star. Totally doable. Totally doable. If you're a coach and you say you want to go diamond, maybe you're an emerald and you want to go diamond. If it makes you nervous, write it down. I wanted to make $5,000 a month. I'm very close to that, like a couple hundred off. I wanted to have 250 new coaches to Team Happy and Fit, and we got 300. How cool is that? I wanted to be on a Team Rockstar Fit call. Guess what? I was. I wanted to become a Success Club 5-star legend. I did. I wanted to become a Success Club 10 All-Star. Missed it. That was the goal I did not hit. I wasn't crushed by it because, you know what? It's learning moments. I didn't get it. That's hitting Success Club 10 for 12 months. I missed it by 1 point, and I didn't want to push it. I didn't want to push. Someone wasn't ready to get a challenge pack, and I didn't want to be not myself. I wanted to get 200 Success Club points this year. I didn't do that. That's okay. I wanted to take 5 vacations with Eric. I did that and help mom with debt. I'm helping with that. That's on my vision board. But here's the deal, you guys. This was the second vision board I made. Now it's going to look totally different in the way that I want to paint the picture for me. These are all wonderful goals, but they're really business oriented. And I want to add more aspects of my life and more roles to my life with my vision, if that makes sense. But I want to be transparent with you. I want to share with you. I want to teach you. Here's the deal. When you make a vision board, we're going to be sharing it in Team Happy and Fit. whenever it's done by Sunday, okay? Which is awesome. But talk about it with those you love. I talked about it with Eric. I just said, hey, these are my goals, and sit down and write them together. Take steps towards each goal by knowing your vision and believe there's enough success for you. This is my favorite thing, and I can't wait to share this. And I want you guys to fill up and blow up the comments with the I am power statements. I'll explain. But first, I need you to write this down. We talked about what went well. Think about what didn't go well. Potential obstacles, before we get into that. What got in your way in 2016? And you can type in the comments or write it down. What got in your way in 2016? What slowed you down? Maybe it was comparison. I'm going to tell you guys what I wrote. What got in my way in 2016 was not feel like I was doing enough. I would see other people and I just wouldn't celebrate where I was. And I was like, oh, I'm just not doing enough. Like, they're doing all the stuff. Their posts are so good. I'm not good enough, basically is what it came down to. I became really numbers focused in the beginning of the year. I would be on corporate calls, and it really, when you're around other people who don't have the same morals and values as you, you don't notice that at first, but you start to think you're not good enough and you're not meant for this. And then it hit me and I said, I've been doing this the right way all along. So I learned. I had a diamond coach quit unexpectedly this year, and that was really hard. I started in the beginning of the year coaching to what people weren't doing versus to celebrating what they were doing. I was very transparent with you guys. Like, I am just figuring this out. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm so hungry for growth, and I want to help you guys see potential roadblocks in your businesses and in life, not even just in the business. What slowed you down? Comparison slowed me down, hardcore. You got to put up those blinders. Whoever you admire in this business, look up sometimes, but otherwise keep your head down, okay? Not leading with my why slowed me down. If I was leading with any other things, I would slow down. You have to know your why in this. What did you struggle with? And again, you can write this in the comments or down on your paper. Not being where I wanted to be. I wanted to be that one-star coach. Or maybe you're saying, I want to be diamond. That can be really hard if you start to get in that mindset. Not being empathetic. That really was a big struggle with a bunch of blues on our team. And being too red. You guys are probably like, really, Julian? You struggled with all this stuff? So serious. Where did you feel stuck this year? It was hard for me to help leaders grow leaders. I figured that out finally, but this year has been filled with deleted scenes. This year has been filled with a ton of obstacles, and I'm going to share them with you right now, because here's the deal. You are going to start this year off like no one can touch you. You're on fire. Well, then something's going to happen. I sent an email to all of you today. Did you get it? It was about burpees. And I'm going to write an email to you guys once a week, a letter of a learning moment I had in life, not just with the business, but burpees. It's the hardest part of the burpees is getting back up. And I made a video about that too this week. I learned that from church. So it's the same thing with these obstacles. Your dream board is going to be like a burpee. You are going to fall down. We all get knocked down. But how are you going to get up? I got knocked down probably more than anyone. But here I am. I'm hitting my top goal, my top push goal. But I want to help you visualize and see the obstacle before it happens. Does that make sense? Who's excited to check these obstacles out? And what I want you to do too is in the comments, maybe I haven't thought of one. I would love for you to comment what a potential obstacle would be in your life. Coaches quitting. I remember when I first started as a coach, I had 3 coaches quit in one day. What a blow to your ego. This year, I had a diamond coach quit. It's hard. It's hard. When you become a star diamond, you get every notification of any coach quitting. This week, we've had 8 coaches quit. So of course in my head, I'm like, what can I do to help? Like what's happening? And so I'm not going to allow myself to feel sorry. I'm not going to allow myself to slow down. I'm just thinking proactively of like, what did they need? What were they missing? It wasn't any of my PS coaches. I think I have a pretty good retention, but like, how can I help my coaches not experience that? This is huge. Letting off the gas when you hit a goal. How many of you have done this? When I hit emeralds, I let off the gas. I didn't know it, but I did. I was emerald for 1.5 years. When you let off the gas, you don't stay still. When you let off the gas, you do not stay still. You go backwards. When you hit a goal, you must ask yourself, what is next? When I hit 5-star qual, I felt like I got hit by a truck. This is what I suggest. You put your push goal, maybe it's diamond. Under your diamond in maybe really little letters is your next push goal. Maybe it's to get 4 more emeralds to solidify your diamond, okay? But have a little like extra bonus goal under your push goal. I wish I would have done that when, where it says 5-star elite on my vision board. I wish I would have put something under that because I stopped and wasn't asking myself what's next. And I allowed myself to burn out almost for a second. I was tired. I was exhausted. I still showed up every day, but I legitimately mentally wasn't creative anymore for a second. Like it was really hard. Not hitting goals when you want to hit them, right? You have this vision. I'm going to go emerald this day. I'm going to hit Success Club 5 this month. I'm going to go diamond this time. And then 3 months pass and you're like, dang it. And that can be an obstacle. That can be a hard blow to your ego. That can really slow your momentum. You guys, any goal, I told you goals I hit and what I didn't, right? Here's the deal. It's just not realistic. It's going to happen always when you say it will. However, if you keep fighting for it, it eventually will happen. It eventually will. Think about this. My dad just got laid off of his job. An awesome job, you guys. Randomly got laid off. That's going to happen to some of us maybe. Someone getting hurt or sick. Something coming up. A huge deadline. These obstacles are going to happen in 2017. What are you going to do to prepare to make sure that as you set these goals, that you're not going to let anything slow your pace? I'm not saying don't be empathetic and loving and there for your people and your family. That's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, you have to have a plan. You have to have an idea that not every day is going to go well. Not every month is going to go well. Something will come up. What are you going to do about that? An obstacle could be letting go of self-care. I think the foundation of this business, besides consistency of belief, is self-care. You have to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people. Not truly doing your power hours. You might be crossing things off your list, but you're not really digging into sending invites. Maybe you're not really adding to your network. Make sure you're doing your power hours, truly. And if you need help with those, message me. Getting disconnected to the team. I think that me connecting with the team made me alive as a coach. It made me feel connected and have purpose. I think a potential obstacle could be fear. Like the more you start to think about it, the more you start to back down and get afraid of like what's going on. And then maybe an obstacle could be not hitting Success Club and adding to your team, and then you feel stuck. You don't know what to do, and then it stays like that. Those can be obstacles. Did anyone else think of any other obstacles that I would love to see? And being able to graduate from Rock the Basics, judgment, not hitting Emerald, getting close with people bailing out the last minute. Absolutely. That is why you cannot put all your eggs in one basket, but you can't slow it down. Does that make sense? So when I hit Diamond, I remember being like, is this it? It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to just be like, oh, like, you just have to keep staying hungry. And you need to connect with the team. When you're feeling bummed, message me, and present solutions. So be like, okay, I'm not hitting Success Club. What can I do about that? Go to YouTube, watch all of the videos ever on Success Club. If you're noticing someone with high Success Club points, message them, say, hey, what's going well for you? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, try to be proactive about a frustration you have in this business. That's for sure what I do. Live in gratitude. This is what I mean. When you get that $4.99 paycheck, $1.99 paycheck, live in gratitude. Give thanks to that. That is $4.99 more than you had before, right? Live in gratitude for the people who message you to tell you you're inspiring. Live in gratitude when you get a shout out on our team page. Live in gratitude when your family like does something cool and lifts you up. Like, if you live in gratitude, you're going to see life in a totally different way. Add value each day. How can you be purposeful? I say I added value today by sending that email out to all of you. I wanted to lift you guys up. I wanted to be intentional as well. Show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. I think it was Nick Lance. He said, the magic formula is out. It's all for everyone to see. Show up every day. Why don't we all show up every single day? That's what he said. I was like, I know, that really is the secret. A success that gets shared, AKA with your vision board, gets repeated. Make a plan B. You can't just bank on that one thing to help you get there, right? That one challenge group idea, that one post, you can't bank on that to help you with any kind of goal, right? You can't rely just on your social media posts. Make a plan B. Live the reality before it happens. So here are the power statements, but I wanted to talk about those potential roadblocks because they're going to happen. So when I get my roadblocks, this is what I do, and I'm so excited, and I want you to write these in the comments. I have 5 different statements that I make, and if you guys notice, I'm a big fan of repetition. So you'll see me repeating phrases such as success is not above you, count your blessings, be a blessing. Like, have you guys kind of seen this trend of me just saying similar things all the time? Success is not above you. That's because those are mottos in my head, self-talk. That is me pumping myself up. If you see me repeating these, it's probably because I'm struggling with something. If I tell you a power statement, it's probably because I've been there. So specific statements. Here's an example. 5-star elite is a beast, and I have my power statement staring right at me. I am a 5-star elite coach. Our team is going to be an elite team in a week, you guys. Do you know how big this is? This is a huge flipping deal. But I have power statements because there were days where I was like, this is what I did. I'd be like, Sarah Morrison, I'm good. I don't need to hit this goal. And she'd say, Julianne, stop. You are trying to talk yourself out of hitting that goal. Yes, I've done that too. And I'd be like, you're right. And then I'd be like, I'm a 5-star elite coach. And I just would yell it. So be specific, a specific statement. I am an amazing nurse who looks at her patients in the eyes and asks them how they're doing. That's such a specific statement, right? Like, you have to have this like positive self-talk. Self-care statements. I am smart. I am loved. I'm enough. I say these at night before I go to bed. You'll see me on Snap, snapping these. When I mess up, I'll say, I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. You are not dumb, Julianne. You are so smart. Family role statements. I'm a good wife. I might be impatient sometimes, but I'm a good wife. How can I go be a good wife right now? What can I do? And once I start thinking that way and turning my thoughts around, I struggle with self-doubt. I struggle with negative thoughts, but because of my power statements, I'm able to snap out of it. Business statements. I am a leader. Win the day. Show up. No excuses. Success isn't above me. Kick cans to the curb. You've got this. Be resilient. Fight for it. Be relentless. I say that stuff all the time. I have to be my biggest fan, right? Christian statements. Be a light. Count our blessings and be a blessing. God's timing is always right. God doesn't promise us his knowledge, but he promises us his love. Those are things I repeat all the time in my head. Can you guys in the comments write down some power statements you're going to have for yourself in every area of your life? And write them on note cards. Write them on your posts. You'll probably have seen a lot of these on my posts. It is because these power statements have gotten me through the obstacles. Here's the deal. Obstacles are going to happen in 2017, my friends. I wish that it wasn't the case, but they will happen. What are your power statements? I am a diamond coach, Kayla. Yes, girl. I am loving. I am a good girlfriend. I am loved, and I'm worth it. Can you guys hear me at all? Some of you are frozen. If you could type below. I might be cutting in and out. What are your power statements? Can you guys hear me now? I think I was going in and out. There we go. You guys are frozen. Awesome, Lauren. Lauren, I'm so glad. Kim, I'm a 5-star elite coach. And you have to like put your hands up in the air. And every day you need to say it because there are going to be days where you're like, I don't know if I can do it. You're going to have a dive and quit maybe. And you're going to be like, what is going on? And then you're going to make a plan B. And then you're just going to yell it out again. And you're going to message me. You're going to say, I'm an elite coach. I am worthy of taking care of me. I am a good mom. Yes, you are. You are a good mom. I'm telling you, coaches, these I am power statements, this is the key to you rocking 2017. I'm not going to pretend like it's going to be easy. When you write these goals down, they're going to be scary. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. They're going to be scary. They're going to be hard. But if you can train your brain to think better, it's not in what you do, but it's in how you think. And if you can think strong and you can think smart and you can think happy and you can think all of these positive things, I'm telling you, if you live in that gratitude, you will crush it and you will have an amazing growing year of 2017. I had a lot of deleted scenes. I had a lot of obstacles. I had a lot of struggles, but my power statements, look at all of this. This is so cool. I am great, loving girlfriend. Yes, you are, Jellymar, and daughter, sister, friend, and coach. Exactly. So when you think about that, how can you be even more loving? How can you be more, do more, give more, help more, and inspire more, and be there more for people? Because those are your characteristics. Always have a game plan and connect with your why. If you're in a funk, fight your way through it, my friends. I've been there. This business is built on consistency and belief. What do you think I mean with consistency? Showing up every day with the 4 vital behaviors. Seriously, I wish that is what I was told, and I was like, okay. I showed up every day. I didn't know what half the stuff meant when I would hear Elite, Emerald, Success Club. I didn't know what any of that meant, but I was so hungry to learn, and I knew I could do it because people told me I could do it, and I'm telling you right now that you can do it because I'm doing it too. If you believe you can do it, then you can. If you hesitate or don't show up, it will show in your business. It'll show in your life. It'll show in all areas. When you set your goals, and we're going to do this soon, they need to be SMART goals. They need to be specific. Who, what, where, when, why, which. Maybe you've heard of the SMART goals. As a teacher, we always set SMART goals. Define the goal as much as possible with no ambiguous language. Who is involved? Who are the characters? Like, who's a part of this goal? What do I want to accomplish? Where will it be done? Why am I doing this? If you don't know why you're doing it, to me, it's not even important. This is where you dream in detail. The more detail you get, the more of a reality it will become. They need to be measurable. From and to, can you track the progress and measure the outcome? So for example, if you were an Emerald coach and you say, I'm going to go 10-star. To me, I'd be like, that's not as measurable. If you're an Emerald coach and you want to go 2-star, totally measurable. Even being an Emerald coach to going to 5-star, totally measurable. You're going to have to put in a whole lot of hustle, a whole lot of work. You can't just say a goal, right, and wish it there. If you're a Ruby coach, you should not be setting the goal for a diamond. You should be setting the goal for at least 2-star. You need to make sure they're measurable. Mine were always I had 100 coaches in my downline December 2015. 100 downline coaches, like not PS coaches, entire downline. And I was like, I know we can add 250 people. I know we can do it. And we added 300. I knew we could do it. I visualized it. I know people have to be a part of Team Happy and Fit because I'm convicted. I know that them joining Team Happy and Fit, their life will change, right? Attainable. Is the goal reasonable enough to be accomplished? How so? Make sure the goal is not out of reach or below standard performance. I think a lot of people set goals they know they can hit. They know they can do it, right? You need to set that goal that like you can jump up to get it, but it's still like it's not that accessible to you, right? Like it should make you feel nervous. When I wrote out 5-star elite, you guys, I didn't even know what that meant. And it scared me, but I was like, if Sarah can do it, I can do it. If Sarah can do it, I can do it. And it made me nervous. But I was like, I can do it. And I'm doing it. It's crazy. Relevant. Is the goal worthwhile and will it meet your needs? If you are trying to grow an income, you need to hit diamond. You're not going to go rich when you hit diamond. Remember, money doesn't make you happy. It's the process, right? It's who you help. It's how you grow as a person that is going to truly fulfill you. But if that elephant that sits on your chest at night is financial, you have a whole lot of student debt, you have all those things, you need to make diamond a non-negotiable because you're going to get the highest team cycle bonus payout or money for each team cycle bonus. But that's going to open you up to a new window of income. And then you're going to push for like 1-star and 2-star, which I'm telling you, when you go 2-star diamond, it is going to drastically change your business income-wise. And that might sound scary. And here's the deal. It's not about the money to me. It's about what I can do with it. I know me hitting certain goals, I can give my mom $500 a month. I know that I can give $100 or more each week to church. I know that I can do this, this, and this. I can give you guys more of my time. I can, if there is a live event and someone is struggling to get there, I can pay for them to go, right? I don't want anyone to ever be held back because of money. So for me, that is the freedom that an income brings me. It's not what makes me happy. What makes me happy is self-care. What makes me happy is Jesus. What makes me happy, right, and filled up is me working on myself. But these freedoms lead to less stress. They give you more time. And you have to remind yourself that it can be yours too, all right? I hope that out of anything you've ever heard me say is that this can happen for you if you believe that it can. Timely, your objective. When should I include a time limit? I will complete this step by this month, day, or year. Again, like I knew it would take me a full year to get to 5-star elite, so I knew it'd be December. But say I remember when I wanted to go diamond last year in 2015, I wanted it to be by July. I hit diamond in September. So because I set that goal, I didn't hit it on the day, but I pushed and still went for it. And I just got it a little bit later. You know what I mean? If you're pushing for emerald and you thought you were going to make it happen a long time ago, do not let that stop your stroll, right? Like, you got to keep fighting for it. It's not going to always happen. If you keep fighting for it, it's going to end up happening. Now, this is where you journal to set up your dream board. So pick your roles in your life, okay? Pick the things that you need to accomplish this year. Dear 2017, as I look back on my year, I am most proud of what? So spiritual life, I broke it up into different things. The elephant on my chest is the money, so that's why I added this in here. But these are the top 3 roles in my life. I have 6 roles in my life, but these are the top 3. Spiritual, my faith, my family, and coaching. Those are the top 3 roles I have. If I was a mom, I would add mom. And you'll see in a second what I'm going to write about that. Spiritual, get spiritually fit every single morning. My devotion, listening to one of the sermons, listening to Christian music. Like, I really my faith has grown a ton, but I want to keep growing it and stay hungry for that. Help South Bay, my church, each week and month. There's a young professionals group I'm volunteering with. Lead or participate in a life group. Family, Eric and I are not, oh my gosh, it says are pregnant. We are not pregnant. We are not pregnant. Oh my gosh, this is not my pregnancy announcement. I wouldn't have even told Eric yet. He doesn't know. I'm just kidding. I'm so not. You guys are, oh my gosh, this is so freaking funny and recorded. Did not check my things. We are not pregnant. But anyway, we are planning on getting pregnant. Who knows? I could be pregnant. And yeah, we want to start a family in 27. This is hilarious. I'm so distracted right now because of my grammatical error. What if this was really my announcement to you guys? Would you guys have flipped out? Oh, dang it. That would have been really cool. Take more trips together. Surprise our family with a trip. Giving Eric the option of being able to possibly leave his job. Spending more time with him. Visit Milwaukee and take a friend trip. Weekly date nights, etc. I'll get more specific, but I'm kind of journaling out a little bit of what I want. Does that make sense? So take your roles in your life, see how you want to improve them, and this is how you're going to get to your final board. Does that make sense? So this is just kind of like jotting down the areas in your life you want to set goals for. Coaching, help current diamonds hit 2-star and above. Help 7 new, who wants to be a part of my 7 new diamond club next year? I want to help 7 new diamonds. Yes! I want to help 7, I should put plus diamonds because I know what diamond will do for you. I want to help 7 new diamonds. Help coaches pay off debt. Who's excited about that one that I put on here? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want to speak on stage sometime, somewhere. I don't know what, I don't know when. Go 10-star in my first CBC, 5-star in my second CBC, add 500. Who wants to be a part of this goal? See, this is the deal. I fight for you, you fight for me. Make sense? I will fight endlessly for your goals, and I know you'll fight for mine. 500 new coaches to Team Happy and Fit. How crazy would that be? So crazy. That means you guys are going to be starting your own teams. Isn't that exciting? Like, are you getting excited about this? Like, that's what I want to see. In order for you guys to become diamond, I want to see that money. Credit card debt is going to be gone. Savings account is going to be increased by $15,000. You guys writing that down. You know my paradigm is money is hard to come by. That was nerve-wracking to write that down. Help my mom with debt. Give her $500 a month. Pay for trips in full, in cash, etc. I'm not like this crazy rich woman. Just want you to know that. I have a lot of goals. Like, this is going to be a stretch for me this year, but I know I can do it. Now, this is where we dream in detail. Tell your team your dream. And then there's going to be a post later on Team Happy and Fit. And it's going to say this, December 2017, as I look back, back on my year, I am most proud of. And that's in the comments. You are going to write down you're not going to write down your dream board. You're going to post your dream board. So I'm going to stop recording and let's take some questions and I will answer them. Actually, let's stay recording. Maybe someone would have the same question. I make my dream board on PicMonkey. So I like to visualize it. I like to, this is what it looks like. Again, mine is going to be more detailed. It's going to be in the roles in my life. I wish I would have done that last year, because it's not just Beachbody, but, you know, spiritually, relationship-wise, like all these different things. So I encourage you to do that too, maybe as a student, different roles. And then once you make your graphic, again, I make mine in PicMonkey, comment below in Team Happy and Fit, and then I'm going to give away prizes. I'm going to randomly draw for all of the dream boards. And then another thing I want you to do is I encourage you to comment on other dream boards and lift other people up. I think a big way to get started as a leader of 2017 is being present in Team Happy and Fit or your other team, stepping it up, posting something every day, not something fluffy, not something like, hey, like, but being specific and welcoming new coaches and saying, this is what worked for me today. I want to encourage you guys today because it would be really easy to not show up today. You want to know something? I'm going to show up because I believe. Do you? Like, be the encourager to the team, and it'll make it easier for you to dream. All right, let's open it up. What questions do you have? And then after this, I want you guys to all go make your dream boards. Was this helpful? Did it help you get deeper into just like, oh, I'm just going to write my goals down? But are you like, whoa, I have to think of the potential obstacles. And with those obstacles, I need a power statement, because those power statements, baby, those got me through this year. I can promise you that. If your goals are tied to fitness, make a freaking power statement of I can nap later. Like, maybe that's your power statement of I'm getting up, I can nap later. Make a power statement so you get it done. Any questions? I want to help you. I'm so pumped for 2017. Kim's so funny. She's like, did I miss the announcement of my pregnancy? Which I'm not pregnant, but that was really funny. I can't wait to announce it one day though. Any questions? Are you guys excited? Fired up? Seriously, nothing? I handled that like a boss? You guys are like good to go? Jellymar, are you trying to talk? Yes, I use PicMonkey. Do you want me to show you guys what I do? I'm taking it in. You guys are hilarious. I'll show you what I do. So I have PicMonkey. What I do when you go to PicMonkey, you have to kind of figure it out a little bit, but this is by far my favorite thing to use. Sorry, my internet is crazy. Cray. Go to design, and then I go to blank canvas, and then I just go to square. And then let's see. Sorry, it's taking a little bit. So you can do this. This is like how I make, you guys see all my like white backgrounds, and I always use the same font. Have you noticed? Like the same two fonts. I always use Impact and Coffee Break. But maybe you just write, like, you can get really creative. You can add anything on it. You can add pictures. You can make it look like a magazine. I like mine all organized, but maybe you have it like all crazy and colorful.